Okay, we're back. You're probably wondering what that is over there. I am actually building me a 3D screen for my 3D projection mapping project. So that's what I'm working over there. So I thought I'd show some more demonstrations on the cell phone debunking theory. So what is that? Okay, so first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology. And that theory is that it's one of the many theories and conspiracies that people who can't understand our technology has made up about our product. Um, Basically, it's the only way they can deal with it. They can't deal with the fact that a black screen can produce white levels, or we have coding technology. So they make up these fake conspiracy theories that this is how we're doing it. And as I said before, I come out and debunked all these different forms of theories they have, making these particular individuals look like complete and utter idiots. All right, so I just shot 2 videos today. I showed one video of me showing my cell phone settings and changing the settings in live. And I did another one of me recording me doing the entire thing and showing that demonstration too. Now, we're doing this demonstration. I have my second cell phone here, right there. I'm going to power up my projector. This is an extreme black screen. Painted it today. If you're curious to see the demonstration, I'll put it at the bottom so you can see me paint the screen and all that good stuff. We're going to remove our sloughs out of the environment. Because now they've run out of the theory of maybe it's the projector settings. These are Chrissy projectors. I've done this demonstration on 1,000 lumen, 800 lumens. This screen has been tested. So all the test demonstrations on this, on distance throw, outside capability, all that has been done on this technology already. So they all been done live. You can check that out. And every time we do a live demonstration, the first thing a crow boy would say is, it's got to be the settings in the cell phone. Oh man, I'm telling you, after I get done with you on this whole entire thing with the cell phone setting debunking, I'm gonna embarrass you pretty bad on live. So you're more than welcome to come in the room because I'm gonna show you these settings to another phone. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into my settings right now, and we're gonna switch everything over to black and white right now. Now, by switching everything over to black and white, keep in mind this is a screen that produces a white level, which means it's a black screen that has the ability to produce a white level. With the video being in black and white, and I'm only recording in black and white, in order for that screen to show images and detail on the screen, it would have to be to produce white. If the screen was coming up too dark, then that means you wouldn't see any of this. You would just see a straight black screen. All right. This is my second cell phone, which we're going to do the recording on. Now, let's show you my settings in my phone. Now, the only way you're saying I have the ability to manipulate, let's go through all the settings one by one. Let's go through beam right there. Okay, screen still remains the same. Let's go to blush right there. Let's go to pop right there. Let's go to, and if you notice, the environment changes with the lighting on the phone. If you know anything about photography, crow boys, you would know that lighting plays a huge part in the environment on how the phone actually reacts. So, like I said, that screen should be turning black. Those white levels shouldn't be that high. But let's keep going. Let's see. Let's go to crush. Let's go to slate. Slate's the black and white. We just did that one. This one called dawn, right there. And screen is still displaying, so I don't know what the problem could be there. Let's go over to 8mm. What's that right there? Never did that same before. Oh, that's the one that does the whole squiggly lines. That brings me back to freaking high school or elementary school. Let's do black, silver screen right there. So, as I said before, if it was camera tricks, as you said, that we were brightening everything in the environment in order to make the screen be able to produce an image on a black surface, I'm going through all my settings right now. And as you can see, that screen is still producing an image where you can see the lighthouse, the rocks, and the water pushing up against the rocks. Okay, let's see. What are we going to get to play? You know what? I will run my PS4 through here. That's what I'm going to run my PS4 or my Chromecast. No. I can run something separate so I can record at the same time. Let's remove all this off right here. There you go. It's all in black and white. It's got that old movie time kind of squiggly look to it right there. And you can still see everything crystal clear. The time, everything that comes up crystal clear with no problem. And I'm in here messing with my settings. I actually went through just all my settings, but we'll put it back in normal. There we go. I don't see them in there asking me to ask for my cell phone settings. Where are the Pro Boys at? They're always asking about the cell phone settings. I'm showing you settings right now. And, oh, door's open over there. We're in a fully lit environment, as you can see. If you're curious to see what my projector is kicking, I've done this already on 1,000 lumens outside at 13 feet back, and the screen passed this test, something that your screen paint will never be able to do. But let me show you my settings on a projector that can produce all the way up to 90, because these are top tiers. Let me show you what I have for my settings, as in brightness, so we can debunk that too. I'm at 26, let me see, 26 brightness, 26 in brightness, 26. Your projector is probably much higher than mine. Mine sits at 26 at 11 feet away from the screen. I guarantee your brightness was higher than mine. Hold on for a minute. Let me go grab the, let me go through the, whatchamacallit, the fire stick. No, if I do the fire stick, I gotta go through a whole bunch of programs and figure out where my stuff is at. Let me go grab my PS4. We'll run the PS4 right now. Get me an HDMI cable. I should have an extra one over here. There we go. There's an HDMI cable here. There we go. Let me get my control of the charger upstairs. Now, the reason why I haven't addressed this issue sooner, because I love it when people dig holes. I enjoy it. See, I'll let you come on here, run your mouth, keep saying the same thing over and over and over again and again and again. All the while, I'm setting up for videos like this for you. Because they swore up and down, it's got to be the settings in this phone. That's the only way a black screen can produce an image. Meanwhile, you're looking at the PlayStation, which does the black and white and whatever, is actually on my screen that you can see crystal clear on a black screen. But let's see what the settings are going to be. There's my Chrissy popping up. First, the screen, for a minute, was supposed to be, well, the first theory was they said the screen had to be gray. It had to be a really, really, really dark gray screen. But we have a screen called a Platinum Eclipse, which is an extremely dark gray screen. So dark, platinums can be mistaken for black screens, but they're dark gray. So I take a dark gray screen, platinum, I lay it against our technology. The platinum is gray, the screen shows up black. So it's not that theory. Then it had to be that our screens were so dark that you couldn't be able to see anything on it at all. That's what the picture was painted before, but seeing that's not the case because I can show white storms, white snowstorms. I do that Skywarp demonstration with the Asian woman cooking in the kitchen. White levels are nice and bright. And if the white levels were so dark, that means anything else would come out just as dark on the screen. So they kind of abandoned that theory. Make sure my controller's on. There we go. What's the other theory we had? Oh, projectors in my projector settings had to be all the way through the roof. We show those. My brightness is at 23, and my projector goes all the way up to 90 on brightness. It had to be that we're using 4,000 and 5,000 lumen projectors. I have a collection of projectors upstairs. As a matter of fact, one of the demonstrations we do on our screens is we set our projectors back 20 feet at 800 lumens in a fully lit environment, and the screens still pick up even black. So that theory is debunked. So now the only thing they have left is it's got to be the settings on his camera. I bet you they'll sit around thinking, like, it's got to be that. It's got to be it. I know it's got to be it. It's got to be it. It's got to be the settings on his phone. That's how he's doing it. Okie doke. But I can come in here and I can change my settings. Because here's the thing. If you put something in black and white, the only two colors that remain are black and white. And if the screen is producing only a black level only, and the phone is heightening that, that means you will not be able to see the white, only the black. But for some reason, my technology is picking up the white levels. That's how you're able to see the letters popping up and the tracings and all that around the menus. Well, that's a huge piece of crow pie you got to eat. That's a huge piece of crow pie. Get some milk. You don't want to choke swallow that one down because this is going to be pretty painful for you. You must be using some kind of filter in order to make the image bright enough so you can see it. You wouldn't even be see YouTube. That wouldn't even be there. Let's go over to a nice snowstorm. Let's see if the screen pulls any white levels. And this is an extreme black screen. These are darker than 12s. There you go. Isn't that interesting? Okay, let's do something here. Now, I'm going to take, because you can't see what I'm seeing on the other end of my phone, right? Because you're just seeing this, right? So let's change that. And let's go into my other phone, and we'll bring up my camera on my other phone. All right, so now we are going to record on a second camera. And I'm only going to record on a second camera, but I'm going to switch it over so you can see the camera right here and all my settings. So let's see where my settings are at on here. We have everything switched over to, we're using Slate right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my settings here. I'm going to put it on normal, which is what I usually have it on. Right there. See if I can switch it that again. Make sure we got that. Oh, I forgot we're doing a snow setting. So I forgot all this basically came color. So now you see me hit normal. right? And you're seeing it right here live, right? Right there live, right? All right, and I'm recording it at the same time with this camera behind you, which will be uploaded on YouTube also. Now we're going to switch over to, from normal, we're going to hit this setting, and you're watching it change in front of you. You'll see the recording because I'll be posting the recording also too. Change it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Over, and let's put some bubbles in there. Do 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 do. Throw some bubbles in there. What about this? We're changing all the special effects that you think for some reason my screen does not have the ability to pull up a white level. Now we just went through all of them, which I'm recording on this side to show you my settings as I'm changing them in the phone. Now let's go back, all the way back to my normal settings. There we go. Now we're back to our normal settings right there. What was that theory about my phone settings being changed? And that's the reason why the screen is bringing up a white level? Like I said, I hope you got milk, because that's a huge piece of humble pie you're going to have to try to digest. Get yourself some Tums too, in case you get a stomach ache in the process. So it has to be my settings. I just went through all my settings in my phone. All of them. All my settings I just went through. So now we know it's not any of the settings. I'm not using any form of special filters. What is it then? Let's go back to the black and white. I like doing the black and white. Black and white looks nice. So there we are. Take that off. So now you can see the black and white. You can see a recording of a recording on another phone. And this is the one that's actually recording my settings on my phone. So my settings on my phone are normal. They always have been normal. But since you have this theory, because that's all you have left to pretty much try to ridicule my technology, is it has to be the settings. What's it going to be now? I got magic powers. I got Harry Potter capabilities. I can manipulate time and space. All this is fake. It's not real. Okay. I don't know. Go back to normal. There we go. So you want to see my phone settings right there. There you go. Now keep in mind, these theories come from Crow. Crow comes up with these theories because he's jealous of my technology, and therefore he tries to spread false rumors. And what I'll do is I'll just let you guys dig a big enough hole and protest as much as you can on this topic, and then I'll come in with demonstrations like this and completely bury you. You never learn. So I'm recording my phone settings at the same time while I am basically showing you the video. So the only things that you can manipulate on your phone while it's in live, and I'll show you that, there's a setting right here, which I can't show you because I'm recording on the other end. There's a setting right here that allows you to be able to change the filter on the phone, which is right here at the bottom. These are two videos I'm shooting at the same time for you. The other one is the ability to be able to switch your camera around to front to rear. And the other one is just basically, and I'll click this one right here at the bottom, so you can see right there what comes up, which is the share, save highlight, mute microphone. That's one of the options that comes up on that one on the side of my phone. Here is where I can actually change in from the filters. That right there allows me to be to switch my camera from front and back. This one right here allows me to go in and do live chat, none, something hide messages and stuff like that. So those are the only areas on my phone that I have access to when I'm doing these demonstrations. I'll come out of that right there. I'm actually doing another video as I'm doing this video at the same time, so y'all know that what's going on behind you. And then right here, this little X on the side allows me to be able to exit out of this video and upload the video I'm doing right now. So you'll see two demonstrations popping up. One will be on this phone explaining to you what's going on behind the back of my phone, and this one, which will show you what's going on in the environment now with my phone. Is that crystal clear enough for you, girl boys? Now I'm going to stop my video here. And this will be uploaded to YouTube now. So you just got to finish chance to watch a recording of me not only showing my settings in my phone, but actually switching my settings in the phone. And at the same time, the live video was actually showing the settings going off. So you saw it go from black and white, you saw it change to different colors. At any given time, the snow still remained bright, the image remained bright, you saw the brightness of the screen. Everything I show you in normal mode, I can change all my settings and that screen will still remain the same way. You know why, Crow Boys? Because it's called hard work. That's what it's called. Hard work and faith. That's what it's called. When you take the time out to do things right, 100% right, and don't cut corners, you can do stuff like this. But if you spend your life cutting corners and taking the freaking short road, then you end up where you're at now. Sitting around with a bunch of y'all talking trash behind my back, and basically trying to figure out why my technology looks like that. Instead of concentrating on your own crap, what you should be doing to better your technology, you're too busy tearing down mine, and that is getting you nowhere at all but embarrassment. But you asked for my settings, right? Well, you got it. I just waited a little longer because I wanted you to dig a deep enough hole so I could bury you in it. But enjoy. I'm going to go upload this video right now to YouTube. This video will be going to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and every other form of social site that I'm connected to. Oh, yes, it will be. And I'm also planning to do a live version for Facebook pretty soon today. You spent more of your time worrying about what goes on in your backyard. Maybe you would be able to make a good product instead of hating on somebody else's. So all that time when you were watching that demonstration, when I was showing off all those beautiful fish and all those beautiful things all over the screen, I was showing off the screens outside, and all those demonstrations were 100% real and nothing was changed on my camera settings at all. Like I said, don't choke on that crow pie. Really don't. That's quite embarrassing. I thought it was going to embarrass you pretty bad. Let's go over to really quick, since we're in here. Told you I was going to embarrass you pretty bad. Bought it on yourself. Learn to mind your own business and stay to yourself. You wouldn't have to worry about me doing videos on you like this. Now, I gave you an opportunity to get out of it when I sat there and said to you that if my videos are so dark, that means anybody else who has my technology and that's showing off videos, their videos would come out even darker because I would be using enhancement technology on my end. And I showed you a fellow by the name of King Black who was demonstrating his screen. You had a chance to opt out of that, but you still stayed in there with that theory that it had to be my settings. Show me your settings. So now I did better than that. I showed you my settings. I changed my settings on live. Everybody saw the screen change multiple times. And I recorded me showing you the settings. You can't come out of that hole. You might just slap a tombstone on it and just get yourself an obituary and be done with it, because you got crushed in this process. You should know better to come against me. I'm very thorough in how I do my work. I'm very thorough in how I do my demonstrations. Oh, no. I'm enjoying this. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. But I enjoy this. I love freaking crushing people when it comes to stuff like this. I do. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. If I spend all my time worrying about these jokers, trust me, I wouldn't be working on that project over there next. So what's going on in that room is I'm actually building me a 3D screen. Like a literally 3D screen that stands out. That's what I'm building right now. Because I just put some money down. I just ordered my 3D mapping projector. My computer's going to be here today. My 3D mapping projector is going to be here next week. And I'm going to be able to do 3D mapping, which is going to be so freaking cool. I cannot wait. So this is going to be like, I don't know, like a different way to utilize. I already talked to the company already. One of the things, the issues that they're having with that technology is the fact that, like I said, and from people I read from their reviews, those projectors are fantastic, but remember, you're 3D mapping this off a surface that was not designed to be a projection screen. So we're developing an invisible coating that you can coat onto the surface that won't alter or change the color of the surface that they're trying to coat over, and it's washable, but you can wash this stuff off when you're done. But it'll allow for the projector, once they hit it, it'll enhance the picture quality on the projector. It's kind of like having an ambient light rejection sofa. Think about that. So whatever you coat this stuff on becomes ambient light rejection. And a lot of the demonstrations I've seen were done at night. It's very hard to do a demonstration on these screens in the daytime. So this is where our technology comes in. So that's what I'm working on next. Just ordering the parts bit by bit by bit. My video card, I can't get that until November the 17th. So I have to wait on that. But at least I'll have a machine here to test it out and have some fun with it. But no, it doesn't stress me out to do stuff like this. That's why I waited. I could have came out a long time ago and I could have basically debunked these jokers. But I wanted them to dig a big enough hole. I wanted to talk all the trash they possibly could. And then I was going to come out and do a video like this and just completely just level them. But I enjoy it. Trust me. So I'm going to go in. Well, right now, I got to get back to my boxes. Because you'll see the screen I'm done. I'll be done the screen today. But it's going to be a weird looking screen, man. It's going to be a weird looking screen. And so I'm designing it so I can pinpoint different areas for the camera to scan. So I can maybe turn this screen to this color, have something going on here, and something going here, 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 and here. It's going to be a really cool like demo screen for me to practice on. And I'll be able to scan and show video clips anywhere I want on the screen. Or I can just vortex the whole thing. It's going to be freaking amazing when I get done with it. And that way I can test my product on that surface to see how it's going to react. The object is to get the 3D projector or basic camera and scanner to be able to work in a fully lit environment without the screen washing or fading, and to pull 100% contrast level on an invisible technology. That's the whole thing that has to be done. And that is not going to be easy. But it's going to be fun. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for taking the time in and watch the demonstrations. I really appreciate it. I thank my customers. Like I said, I always thank my customers for supporting my company. But like I said, you're always going to have people, naysayers, people who are going to hate for what you do. Anything you do in life, you're always going to have that person who hates what you do. It's just that either you can let them walk over top you, or basically you can crush them in the process. And I enjoy crushing them in the process. So I let them run their mouths, talk all the trash they got to talk. And then later on, I come out and do stuff like this. And they never learn. They'll be back with something else, some other new theory on why the screen is doing what it's not supposed to be doing and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it comes down to jealousy. That's what it comes down to, jealousy. And instead of them basically taking all that negative nonsense and doing something positive with it, they do stuff like this. And it doesn't bother me because it gives me an opportunity to show how idiotic they are. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. Y'all have a blessed day, and I got to go.